Hi everyone, it's Jeffrey Hinchy in Halifax, Nova Scotia, July the 19th at about 11:15 p.m. And I'm kind of excited tonight because I want to do a quick video testimony of my friend Mike here. And Mike was out with me tonight and saw his first Angelic ship. And as you know, I like to capture these things for other people so that they can get an idea of what it's like to experience such a thing, and also just so that Mike can capture it for video as well for his own purposes in the future. So Mike, about half an hour ago we were out. You've been a good supporter and listening to all the different times I've talked about these ships. I'm
still vibrating, that's all I can tell you.
It's life-changing. It takes a while to set in, I'll be honest. That's why I try to capture this fairly quickly.
I was going to use the words unbelievable, but I'm not even going to say that because believable and profound. What
excites me about tonight was that I didn't know we'd have such a close encounter at the beginning, because if you remember, first I saw a little orb. An orb passed over, which is an indicator to me that there's some presences around. And then I've only really been starting to see them recently. And then we had a high-up ship that sort of like really stayed up there, and I felt it was checking us out. And then during the experience, which I want you to tell us about, there was also two more orbs that made extremely close passes to us, which I suspect was working with one of our energies, possibly your energy or my energy. And they're so quick. They happen so quick.
Just like the flash is just like, it's like a camera flash.
And there was one that was just like really like 50 feet ahead of us when it went maybe 75 feet up, maybe. Would that sound right?
Yeah, 100 feet, if that.
Yeah, and it was extremely fast.
It was fast, yeah, really fast.
So tonight, why don't you try to relate your experience a little bit? I know that
I'm still vibrating and mesmerized. You know,
Did you have any feelings like when you?
It was just like just this warm. It's indescriptible. The only way that you can really express it is by experiencing it. And it's just it's unique. Yeah, it's like.
Did you feel it was a one-to-one connection?
Well, yeah, it was just like unique. It was just like finally an answer. Like.
That's what I felt. My first time was like, finally, I now know.
Yeah, finally, I now know that this is real. This is not this. I've heard people talk about like seen it in books and heard it on hype and on news and stuff like that, and what the media says about it, and then it's all a crock. But there's no way. It's impossible, because what I saw tonight there's no way that could be made or rehearsed or staged or set up, or it's all it's the real deal.
So why don't you tell us your perceptions of the main Passover, the one that came so close and so bright? Why don't you sort of describe it in your words? I don't want to lead you on.
The only thing that I can describe it as, you had an encounter with this, and about like a year ago or so, and I said, I believed in this like 20 years ago. But
so you had the faith?
I had the faith, and I had always knew that, there was something out there that was not, of this earth, and of what, earth represented and so forth. And tonight has just confirmed a confirmation on the intuition of what I already knew, big time. And
you feel it was a good timing as well? You felt that it's just like, in your life, it's just a good time in your life to see something like this?
Well, I needed what you call a confirmation and an uplift, something to solidify the deal of what I already knew.
Can you describe the physical aspects of the light, what it was like, how it moved, or when you first noticed it, stuff like that? Because sometimes my perception may be different than yours.
Angelic pure, the only way I can describe it.
So would it look like a street light? Was it no color at all?
It's the purest light I think I've ever saw in my life. I never saw a light as pure as that in my life.
Now it's
not man-made. I don't think that the earth could manifest it.
You don't think that we'd have anything that could even make that?
Not like that divine. It was like just a divine pure light. The only thing I can explain that it would be like like I said, remember I described with you on the aspect of the Christmas card there.
You were telling me about how like a long time ago you got thinking about the Christmas card and the light, and maybe you can describe that a little more.
Okay, well, like you used to see like the. Christmas card, the face card of the Christmas card, right? Remember like in the manger with Jesus and the wise men around there, and they were all with the gifts of frankincense and myrrh and all that stuff, right? Okay, well, the star that preceded right above the manger, and then it's got the beams coming off it, like, the same and how it basically they said.
So this is not just my imagination. You saw the beams coming off the light.
I saw the beams coming off the light. The only thing I can compare it to is the Bethlehem Star.
I tell people about how profound it is when you see this light at that.
I'll take a lie detector test.
Yeah.
I'll put me on a polygraph.
There's people out there that you're never going to, that person never convinced. There's a lot of people who are very discouraged with religion and discouraged with certain things. And I just think that they really, if they knew that these energies were there and waiting to be contacted, that they would do it more. And that's all. I'm just trying to record them to say, it's not so much me. I mean, I know I'm in contact, but they have to choose you to partner with, and I know that. Do you feel that as well? Do you feel that you were recognized when they came?
Well, I was definitely recognized tonight without question. And especially when you said to me, you said, because I wanted to see, the big one coming in. When you told me, I seen the two with the orbs that were
up really high, like satellite height. Yeah.
And then they were just, they were moving back and forth. And then, but I said, I want to see I want to see it coming in like what you say, and using all the directions that you mentioned. And you said, well, it can come this way or it can come that way, and it comes in exactly about a few thousand feet, and it was exactly the altitude that you said it was, and in perspective of that, it was exactly the light that you described, the characteristics of how it moved. It was exactly how.
So you feel I'm being true in my descriptions?
It was exactly how you described it, and then said.
Now, how long do you think that happened from the time that the last time that it showed up, to the end? Like, from my perception, would be that would be maybe 3 minutes.
From the time we saw the big one coming in?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 3 minutes. About 3 minutes total from the